Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now. Hello, welcome to this new episode of HumanityWins.net, and we have my good friend Tony from London again. Thank you, Tony. Always a pleasure, always an honor. Thank you for being here again.
Hi, Alex. Good to see you, mate. Good to be back.
Yes, good to see you. And as always, we have been talking for a while now, and sometimes I think we should record, but that will take away in a way the organic talk we had, and and talking about ideas for the chat. And we were discussing. We'll start with something you were. I think you're gonna do soon these days on your philosophy class, about living in the present moment. Okay, what does that mean? What does that imply? The techniques which I was sharing with you privately, that I kind of starting to get away from the notion we have to meditate, to maybe the notion that we have to try to be in the present moment most of the time, because if we're in the present moment, everything goes away, and we're just left with our true selves. I mean, which I 100% believe there's really, for me, there's no other option, that we're just love at the core, because we're left with our heart, not the physical heart, the spiritual heart, or heart connection, or heart center, or heart resonator, your intuition, whatever you want to call it, your gut. That's the same, basically the same thing. That's your spiritual connection. That's what you're left with if you're in the present moment, and that can only function through love. Okay, I just had an episode a few days ago about the polarity reality, on how I believe these are my feelings, that we live through the grooming, through the concept, through the implantation, that there's good, there's bad, we can be good and evil. We can only be good, okay, at our core, in the present moment. If you think about it, just think about it. If you thoroughly clear your mind, how can you feel hate? Okay, if you totally clear your mind, you can only feel love. Okay, so I'm gonna, sorry with that long introduction.
That's good,
Tony.
Yeah, I agree totally, because I mean, I've discussed it with a few people, that the present moment is, you have no agenda, you have no demands, you have no ulterior motive. You don't. It's just, it is what it is, and you accept it, and you appreciate it. You're here, you enjoy it, you love life. This is it. You're happy with this. You don't want any more. So yeah, the present moment is what is, and we've been conditioned to push it away and say, "Oh, it's not enough. It's not good enough. You're not good enough. She's not good enough." And I want what's up here, what they've put in there. And when you say just be in the heart, that is Zen. It's like perfect, because when we meditate and try to be in the present moment, we already are. And meditating is trying to be somewhere that you already are. But you put it well. You put it so well.
Yes, you put it beautifully, Tony, because that's the intuition that has come to me recently in the last few weeks, months. That why force through meditation when you can? Because at the end, the purpose of meditation is to be in the present moment. So why not just be in the present moment?
Why not just be?
And why just whenever your mind starts, because your mind is great. We'll be physically dead with our minds. But I want to clarify again, as I said a few times, when you die, I still have to see someone that says the body is without the mind. No, the mind stays there. And whatever misconceptions and whatever the anger and the hate and the beliefs and the limitations, all of that stays with that mind. All of that is in your mind, okay? Exactly. So when the mind starts creeping up and saying, are you going to allow that? Or is that person less or better than you? Are you going to allow it? Is it you have to be better because you can. And it starts working all this, riling you up. That's the moment you need to breathe and come back to the present moment and say, you know what, shut up a second, because I'm the boss of you. So that's it. Now the mind has functions. And I was also telling that I speak about the eyes, the ears, about, touching, tasting, feeling, and the senses are just like a camera, like having your computer and you have a keyboard and you have a mouse and you have a microphone and you have a camera. But do they work without the computer? No.
No.
No,
Yeah.
they're useless without a computer, actually. Okay, if you
Yeah.
think about it. So all your senses work through your mind. So at the end,
Yeah.
everything is about the mind in that sense. So everything
Yeah.
you sense of the external world, everything, all the information, the ones that are so based on science and some
Yeah.
based on facts. I mean, recently I had Adam on the show. We had a very out there subject, sea monsters. You don't
Yeah.
want to believe it, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But for you to say that there is no evidence at all that this
Yeah.
monster exists, prove it
Yeah.
to me. There's no way you can prove it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there are other people's, oh, it's BS. Okay. Because there's no evidence. That's the mind
Yeah.
tricking you. Okay. That's
Yeah.
the mind limiting you. Okay.
Yeah.
We
That's
cannot prove it to you, but you cannot prove it to us. So at the
Yeah.
end, if you feel there are no sea monsters, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But for you to be nasty, that's a mind.
That's
Nasty,
it.
derogative,
Yeah.
hurtful, evil to others, just because
Yeah.
at the end, who's better than others? No, just a difference of opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the mind.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying we shouldn't be without minds. We'll die. We need the mind. But
Yeah.
this concept that the mind, is so important that we fill it with information. It's nice to fill it with
Yeah.
information. It's nice to read books. It's nice. Thank you. Because right now you're watching this video through your mind, through your senses. Okay. You're
Yeah.
using your eyes, you're using your ears and your mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without that, you couldn't be part of this channel. So thank you. Yes, that's a good purpose. But if, for example, this video riles you up, for example, if this video, I don't know, gets you upset, for example, then that's not good use of this. And that's what you can control. Okay. And you go back to the present moment.
Yeah. I think it's great that you say, like, just be in the moment, because I meditate and I feel calm after I've meditated. I feel peaceful and grounded, and it helps me. And I wouldn't not do it. But practicing presence, the mind is like how can I put it? It's like a book, my own personal book of my life. So my life started in page 1, page 2, so on, and it's in my head. So I refer to my book for guidance about who I know, what I think they are, what I think they will do next, what I think is the best this or that. And it's keeping me away from the present. It's not allowing me to see what is here in reality. It's always up here, come up here. Now don't talk to that one, because remember last week they said this to you, or oh, don't talk to him, he's a thief, or don't talk to her, she tells lies. But they might have changed. But I keep by habit going into the head to look at my book. So I think the mind, to me, is the ego. The mind is needed to, like a screen, like a cinema screen, to see the present moment, to see and smell and taste and touch and hear. And that's the screen of the mind when it's empty. So it's best empty for me personally. And then the ego has kind of become, it's took up space up there. It's like a lodger. So it's started to write its own book of your life. And this book is telling you, no, up here, come and have a look at this page. Come and look at this page. And we've got into this habit, a bad habit, of looking up at the wrong information. Instead of having an empty screen, let it dissolve and just be here and live through intuition. Live through what your senses are telling you, or what your sixth sense is. Oh, this person's changed. Yeah, I feel I'm on the right level now. I've got an affinity with this person now. They've changed, rather than judging them from past experience and prejudging them. See them as they are. And that's a sort of my analogy of how the mind should be used, like an empty space for the present. But yeah, it's being in the moment, is connecting to our heart, being in reality to our senses. And it's quite a leap of faith, because people think, no, I need my brain. I'd be lost without it. What would I do without my brain? It needs to guide me. No, that doesn't. This can guide you. And it's like you're clinging on to a rock, and you can, there's sharks all around, but you need to swim to safety on the island. But you won't let go of the brain, the rock, and then the sharks are going to get you anyway. So it's like you need to swim. Just take the chance. And
that's a beautiful metaphor, Tony, because that's
Cheers.
so accurate for me. That hits the nail in the head because
Oh,
that totally resonates with me because that metaphor is you're clinging into something when you have to let go.
yeah,
The out there is the out there. Oh, I just had an episode and guys listening, sometimes you have to understand I do things that doesn't mean I'm saying they're coming, or I do it for entertainment to keep you guys a little bit on your toes if you understand the meaning. But I had an episode about is a cataclysm coming, and actually I ended up specifically saying that I don't think a cataclysm is coming. But
yeah,
some said, okay, here you go with the fear mongering and that. And we have to understand whatever is coming. If right now there are news around the world that there's a meteor out there that you can see and it's coming, it's in the
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
There's no place to run. There's you feel you can go to the mountains and save yourself, or you can go into a cave. Whatever you think, the out there is never under your control. That's why you have to let go. Okay,
Yeah.
you have to let go of the
Exactly.
rock, as you're saying.
Exactly.
You have to let go and just trust the process
Yes.
with the important intuition that you are gonna go on forever, no matter what. And you shouldn't be afraid of change. And change is that what the system will implant to us through religions as well of the notion there is a death and there are some things with death, and it depends how you, what part, what club were you from, and how did you behave and what did you believe. You're gonna go into a nice place or into a bad place. That's all in your mind. Okay, you are gonna go on forever. You just let yourself go. Of course.
Yeah.
Again, I get so much in trouble because some say, okay, so should I just cross the street in a busy intersection? No, you're gonna get run over. Okay, you have to be this metaphorically speaking. Let yourself go of the fear. Let yourself go of this notion. What is coming?
Yeah.
Don't be so concerned about that. Don't be so obsessed with you have to know. Okay,
Yes.
just let yourself go and be in the moment and be always with the information that you're gonna go on forever. Trust me on that one. Okay, that I'm completely sure. And even religions, in a way, very few have this thing that we stop existing. Okay, no, we're eternal beings. So Tony, with that, we discussed about interjecting a nice subject that is very out there, but it's kind of related on how magically, in a way, intuitively, without apparent reason, many people right now, and someone, a friend of us in common, we feel it's coming to them that they're changing without apparent reason, without, again, not going through, not forcing it, because meditation is great and I still do it. It's just I change my way. I just close my eyes and breathe. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's like like a fast one, like a fast food. Okay. It's I'm not saying meditation is bad. I'm saying I'm trying to be in the moment more by doing this maybe seconds meditation, but just whenever I feel I'm moving my center, I'm getting upset, like the story I shared with you of a delivery person that was totally not doing his job well. I'm very upset, very concerned because he lost time. Currently, I was not clear with the instructions. And yes, it got me a little bit upset for a few seconds, but then I close my eyes, I breathe, I go back to the moment. And suddenly there's nothing there. There's no hate there. There's no anger there. I'm not upset anymore. That micro meditation set me in the moment again. So I'm preferring to do that. All the longer ones, because also my intuition now for a while, now for approximately a year, is coming more through dreams. Okay. And I'm gonna do an episode soon of the importance of sleeping. Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, this person I'm talking about shared with me that he is sleeping more. And I didn't want to say anything to that, but that's very important. And there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Because if you want to meditate, you want to be in a hyper meditated state, that's sleep. Because you think about it, your senses are not there. And your brain cannot be zero, but it's in a very basic state. Mainstream science has said the brain is very low frequency, okay? The brain is in the handfuls of hertz frequency. I don't remember right now. I remember it's 9 hertz or something like that. But the alpha states of very low frequency, and that's what they say when your brain is riled up and it's really keeping you agitated and anxiety and that, and you meditate and you lower the frequency. Well, that same thing happens through sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you sleep properly, when you sleep your proper hours, when you have a healthy sleep, low ambient light, low noise.
Yeah.
And if you have a problem with that, do something about it. And okay, there's noise in my apartment building, put some earplugs on.
Yeah.
Put some shades on if there's light. If you cannot buy blinds, what's called I forgot the name of the ones that get really dark.
Curtains.
Yes, curtains or whatever. They're very accessible, economic ways of trying to get a better sleep.
Yeah.
So your senses don't bother with sleep because your senses need to be totally idle with sleep. And then that's when you get your meditation. And trust me, you're gonna start getting intuition, okay?
Yeah.
Some people claim they get explicit messages, and I believe them. Telepathy in a way. Some people, what's happening to me is I just get not explicit messages, but I just wake up and know some things like open to me. There's a different name for that. Some people, you're gonna get dreams and maybe confusing dreams, and you're gonna feel there maybe nightmares or something like that, but then maybe are telling you something. Listen to your dreams. And by the way, you can talk to your subconscious and say, I wanna know more. I'm ready, open more to me. That's an explicit way. Or it can come to you without you knowing it. The unconscious awakening. I've been talking about that people just say, I don't believe anything of the system anymore.
Yeah.
Just don't know why, but I don't.
Yeah.
Like a friend from Italy that totally mainstream guy, totally pro-government, everything like that. Nothing anarchic about him. And he is total rejection. I'm not gonna get it even if they put a gun to my head. That's intuition. That's intuition. He couldn't explain it. It was not about the science. It was not about anything. It was not, about knowledge, because we get from the Alex Jones and this that it's about knowledge, and that people that didn't investigate because they're dumb and ignorant, horrible words, retards, horrible words.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Those are the one dumb and whatever, asleep. That's the one that lined up for that. No, it's because they didn't get the intuition. Okay. And again, we're all in a line, we're in different places, okay? And we're moving back and forth. It's not only going forward, you can move backwards, okay? So what's happening is there's this enlightenment coming, okay?
Yes.
There's this era of life coming, this new era, okay? And we are all maturing so fast, and we're all getting these signals, this information so fast. And it's changing everyone. And we're in a very exciting moment. And I just had a comment, I just already mentioned it in another video. I think it was on the Cataclysm video, by the way. And I got a comment saying the problem is humanity. Yes. Maybe my answer was surprising. Humanity wins, and the problem is humanity. No, the problem is this humanity. We are imposters, okay? We are discovering we are fake. We have been behaving fake for thousands of years. We have been something we are not. We are beautiful, high vibration beings, only capable of loving. And we have played a part of being bad, of being evil, of being judgmental, of being, of believing we have limits, and I'm believing we're not strong, I'm believing we have to have a savior, I'm believing we have to worship, I'm believing we have to submit to hierarchies. All of that beliefs, we have allowed them through our own free will.
Beliefs is here.
Yes, because we have allowed the poisoning of our brains, okay? Yes, we were against a magnificent opponent. I would say magnificent is an opponent that was playing his cards right, okay? The system, the invading force, okay? That they did a good job, okay? I wish it was not the case, but they did a good job. But it was up to us. We have free will. It was up to us to say, like right now, it's happening, Tony. Or people saying, there's a war, there's a thing, now there's the Trump distraction, there's this and that, and balloons and UFOs, and they keep throwing stuff, and it's not sticking, because people are saying, I don't get it anymore. And I don't get why I don't want to be interested in that anymore. And I don't want to fight back anymore. And then, of course, the ones that are a little bit behind in the line are going to say, oh, that's being blackpilled. That's giving up. No, that's actually winning, okay? We have to
Yeah.
understand that we give them all their energy, okay?
Yeah.
And the moment we stop giving them our attention, like a bad
Attention.
moment
That's
is
it.
gonna disappear.
Exactly. That's the word, Alex. It's attention. We've been giving them our attention and following all their stories, reading all their books, watching all their films, going to their schools, and their heads are full. Their heads are like a stuffed mattress, an overstuffed mattress. And we've reached a point where our heart's coming through. Our awareness is lighting ourselves up because we can't digest anymore. We're just saying no more, like you said in the pre-talk. You know, they're trying to force feed us this rubbish, this nonsense, and we've had a gutful. And
If you want, I'm just gonna say similar
Yeah.
to what I said. It's like you're standing there and they're saying, "Do you want a hamburger?" And you have your mouth closed, like, "No, I don't want it."
that's it.
Oh, okay, no hamburger. Do you want a hot dog? Do you want a pizza? Do
That's
you want
it.
spaghetti? Do you want a ribeye? Do you want fish? Oh, you want chicken? Oh, you want no. That's
I've
why
had
they're
enough.
doing so much. That's why, unfortunately, I disagree. Even friends of mine that say things are the same. 2023 is equal to 2013. No, they're totally right off. First of all, it was
Yeah.
the most magnifying thing they have ever done, more than wars, more
Yeah.
specific reason for that. And I'm gonna say it again. Okay,
Yeah.
it was not a test, it was not no. And because they believe, and I have to say, mainstream science will tell you, for me, it's so arrogant, this statement from science. You know, John, like if nature, Tony, is gonna do something so inefficient, okay, that only 2% is usable and 98. No, it's because 98% you don't understand it, because 98% is encrypted to you, luckily, and it's only accessible through your unconscious, okay. And by the way, I've heard that there's unconscious. What's the other one? For me, they're just words, okay. What I'm talking is your non-conscious, the one you're not aware, the one that is hidden from you at this time. But there's a different universe out there in your unconscious, and that one has the key to your 98%. And that's where all your memories are, all your karma is, all your trauma is, and you keep it, and it's a physical form of your Akashic records, okay? And it's like a and see if they can access it and write it again or something, or delete it, so you don't remember your true story. Because what's happening right now in this end of an era, in this new era of light, in this enlightenment, we are just remembering who we are. Okay. It's not we're going into high vibration like the new age is. Okay, let's go. And you have to meditate all the time and stop eating meat and look at these therapies, you know, that we sell you for $9.95 because it has become a business. Okay. This ebook for $19.95 that's going to tell you how to vibrate high. Wait a second. You're already a high vibration being, okay? You're already wonderful. You just have to. And what's happening is there's this energy coming, and I cannot go into details because I'm going to lose 80% of the audience. But it's just, let's agree that there's this enlightenment coming that is making this information to you, aware to you, okay? It's coming from your unconscious to your conscious, okay? And you don't understand that it's just there. It's just there. And I've heard it from a few people, my friend in Italy, my other friend we're talking about, other people just telling me, suddenly I knew things. Suddenly I reject violence. Suddenly I reject negativity. Suddenly I reject evil. So suddenly I don't understand it. This didn't go through my mind. No, that part of your interior, of you, melted and was made aware to you. Okay.
It's like the meat. You said your friend of yours was stopped eating meat.
Yes. I'll tell the story so everyone knows what we're talking about. I have a friend. She's a little bit further along the line, but still, through this concept that we shouldn't be eating meat, which I share to you, yes, it's conceptually right, okay? And there's a thing about the suffering of the animal, okay? I'm not a vegan, I eat meat, I want to clarify. It hasn't come to me, and I'm going to stop eating meat when my body and my intuition rejects me, okay? I enjoy meat, but apparently what they say is you shouldn't eat meat because there's suffering involved. Yes, that's correct. But you shouldn't make it go through your brain saying, okay, I need to, like the extortion mechanism of saying, okay, I need to stop doing this. No, just
no.
whatever your body tells you to eat, eat. So long story short, this friend was in a meat restaurant. They only serve meat there, honestly, meat and potatoes, but there's no fish. There's no, I mean, there's probably salads, but so she was enjoying a piece of meat, and she suddenly felt ill, very ill. She had to go to a restroom, and she had to vomit. Okay, the food. Suddenly, her body, her intuition rejected it, and she went back to the table, and she couldn't have meat anymore. She was actually not enjoying watching other people eating meat. She thought it was maybe the meat was bad, and yes, food poisoning, something like that. Afterwards, she couldn't eat meat. Then she couldn't eat chicken. Then she couldn't eat fish. Okay, so it came to her in a way like that. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that's intuition. That's your body, your spirit telling you something through your body. Okay, through this awareness that is coming from the unconscious to the conscious. Okay, she didn't understand that it was not a message in her head saying you shouldn't meet because this and that. Like the New Age, it's very adamant of doing things like it was a religion. Okay, like they want to the commandments, 10 commandments, things you shouldn't do. No, you should just be good, not through extortion. Okay, not through being afraid that something bad is going to happen to you. Not because there are rules. You just need to be good because you are good. So just go back to your origin of being love and good. That's it, because that's the only thing you are. Okay,
it's like don't think, feel.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly it.
Bruce
Don't
Lee said
feel. Yes, clear your mind. Whenever you're in the precipice of doing a rageful, evil thing that you feel you're vibrating low, like the New Age says. Just breathe, close your eyes, go back to the moment. You're gonna go back to who you are, okay? And you're gonna smile and say, "No, I was about to do a stupid thing." I mean, I don't mean to put you in the spot, but you told me the other day you had a discussion with the boss thing. Remember something like that? You remember? No, that some people broke the line, and I told you that pushes my buttons as well. Some people went ahead to the line. That's breaking of balance. Yes, the boss thing.
That's it.
Close your eyes, breathe, let it go. Okay.
Yeah, this lady she walked from the back to the front of the queue.
That's not.
And walked right in front of me and got on the bus. I said, "Excuse me, we queue here." She said, "What? Oh, you'll get on anyway." I said,
I know. I know. That pushes your buttons to me too. But try next time. Close your eyes, breathe 5 seconds. This one.
That's it.
And you are the winner of that, because some people say, she will get into the bus and say, "Oh, I screw him because I was saying no." You cheated, you broke balance. That's karma, by the way. Even that small act, that's a little bit karma. Of course, it's very benign in a way, because it's she didn't kill anyone to get into the bus or anything like that. But that little acts, if you're cheating your way through things, screwing other people over, okay. If you're screwing your employees, if you're screwing your suppliers, your clients, if you're even your children or children to parents, if a child, I mean an adult, 20-year-old goes to the parents' wallet and steals a few dollars, a few euros or pounds, or whatever currency you have in your country. That little act, no,
it's not a good thing.
You're gonna learn it someday, and you're gonna self-forgive, even if it's something so benign, because probably the parents, if he had a few dollars in there, he probably didn't know, and it was for his children. Just ask for your father for money, okay, or your mother, okay, and then discuss it if it's proper or not, but not the cheating, okay.
No.
But going back to the episode on trauma and karma, you were the one, again, very benign, but you were the one receiving a little trauma in there, okay, in that little story. I mean, you were the one properly on a line, waiting, being patient, and this person says, and arrogantly says, "You're gonna get in the bus anyway." But I do believe if you clear it immediately, the trauma is minimal, okay, you're probably even clearing it at that moment. You're not being upset with the person. You're forgiving and forgetting. Okay. So if you're forgiving and forgetting, and then you start noticing, you start doing that on everything, you're so fine and you're so free and you feel so great. Okay. You don't feel like, oh, everyone is screwing me over, or everyone is cheating me and I'm the idiot taking it. No. Because that's the system. The system wanted an argument there. Wanted for you to say, "What are you doing?" No, and maybe get even physical. That's what the system wants. They love that. Okay.
I felt that at the time. Well, afterwards, I got on the bus after her, sat down upstairs, and I thought about it, but then I pushed it away. I started looking out the window and I forgot all about it.
Yes,
But
you
later-
forget,
later
you
in the
forget,
day-
you forgave and forget.
Yeah, but later in the day, I thought it felt like someone was setting me up, like demons was attacking me. Like,
Yeah, all the
it-
time.
And I thought, I've got to be on my guard. I need to be on my guard to reacting. You know, stay in the moment, stay in the present. She came from behind me, so I didn't see her. And then she took me off guard. She just walked right in. I said, excuse me. What you... So I need to be more present. And it felt like I was being set up by the demons or just training. It was just life keeping me on my toes.
Demons are all around us, Tony, and this is a demonic possessed reality. Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds awful. That sounds like Poltergeist or The Exorcist or something like that.
yeah,
Yes, that's actually, our minds are poison. Okay.
yeah,
And that I go back to the comment that I think didn't finish my interjection of the person saying, I believe in humanity. Yes, this demonic possessed humanity. But that's not the humanity that is going to come on this shift we're going on this new era. Okay.
yeah.
That's not the humanity that's coming out. Because if we do it, and that's why I think everyone has to do it, okay? Because if we do it and there's still poison, mind poison beings on this new reality, who's going to stop them? We're not going to have any police. We're not going to get violent. We're not going to stop them. So if they're free will, evil comes through the abuse of free will. I just had an episode on that, okay?
Yeah.
Evil comes through the abuse of the free will. That's why God doesn't intervene. That's why God doesn't stop suffering, because he's not the one creating suffering, and he's not executioner of justice, which doesn't exist at all.
No.
He gave us free will, and he's waiting for us to stop being glitches, to stop being demonic. He's patiently waiting for us to figure it out. But we are the ones that are going to figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
And so in this new world, surprising to many, we're all going to be cured of this demonic possession. And suddenly you're going to find, like you're in the moment, as you're saying, you cannot cheat others. You cannot go through the front of the line. You cannot screw people over. You cannot think of robbing. Again, this sounds a lot like religion, like the commandments, but this is not through extortion, okay? It's not through do that and you will go to heaven, or in human form, do that and the police will get you and you will go to jail. Extortion. Okay, I need to do good because if I do bad, I get punished. No, you do good because you're good. Because the only thing you can do anyway. Everything else is a glitch. Everything else is wrong.
Yeah. We need to not consent to doing wrong. It's like in our daily life, in our practical daily life. To not Vegan said it, don't go away from your compass. You know, when we come home to our compass, we can't go wrong. So when we consent to do something we know is wrong, we're literally agreeing to do darkness, walk in darkness. So even if it takes these are the consequences. If I agree, I'm going against my natural instincts, my natural connection. So I need to do whatever I need to do without care for consequence, because that's the test. For me, that's my test. Because little by little, they're taking us down that road, you know, a step at a time into the darkness. And it's for me personally to just do what I know is right all the time and not accept any of it.
Exactly, Tony, you're so right. You're saying it beautifully. Everything is resonating inside me. You need to stop worrying about consequence. Because if you think about it, you need to let go everything of your conceptions on that. Because you are good. You're only gonna do good. Okay. Everything else is a glitch. It's a glitch.
Stay here.
Yes.
Stay with yourself.
So stop worrying like, okay. And then with this notion of the new age that this change is only coming for some. Sounds very religious to me. For the ones that have done the things to vibrate higher. Again, I disagree. We all are high vibration beings. Okay. So I noticed I spend a little time sometimes on Twitter, and I noticed the comments of people asking, am I good enough?
Okay.
What? What?
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't even need to ask the question. Okay.
Yeah.
We are all good enough. Okay.
Yeah.
But we have a responsibility. It's very easy. Just listen to yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
I was listening the other day to the Roxette. Do you remember Roxette from the 80s and
Yeah,
90s? Listen to your heart. Yes, it's
Yes.
about, a be romantic song, and it's a very nice song. But the concept, listen to your heart. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen to you. That's why the first episode I ever made, it was you. Everything is about you. Everything is
Yeah.
about you discovering
Yeah.
yourself. That's
Yeah.
it. You hit the jackpot there. There's nothing more. Okay. If you do that, you
Yeah.
are gonna be what you are. That's why I call everyone beautiful and you're deserving and that, because that's what you
Yeah.
are. We
Oh.
have like this like Halloween, and we have a costume. Okay.
Yeah.
And once we
Yeah,
take
yeah.
the costume off, that's what we are. And that's
Good-
why I say
that's a
you
good way
look
of
into the
putting it.
mirror and you're not looking at you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, has to do with the physical body a little bit, but it was metaphorically speaking, because we are something that we're not. We're behaving like something
Yeah.
we're not. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why again, there's this person in the comments, but it's something I heard many times. During Wake in the Future, that says God is a neutral energy, and He allows suffering, He allows children to be killed, and the Bible and whatever. But first, the Bible and God are different things. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Of course.
let's just
Religion is-
separate that, because
Yeah. That's
that
right.
is the word of God. That is the word through all prophets or whatever. Okay, it's never anyone said is the word of God. Okay, and second of all, as I just explained on my episode that came out a few days ago, that God allows suffering because of we create suffering.
Yeah.
Okay, and because He gave us free will, He wanted us to be free. In a way, it's like a teacher giving you the exam, and then giving you the answers, so you check on yourself. If you steal the answers and you cheat, and that's on you, it's not on
Yeah.
the teacher. The teacher
That's it.
is trusting you. Okay. And then for the teacher to change the rules, okay, midway, and say, you know what, I don't trust you anymore. No, God is never gonna do that. Okay.
Yeah.
And something that is, I got a little fire from this. God loves everyone equal. And Tony and I,
Yeah.
equal love. Okay, we're all sons of God. Okay, this
Mm.
concept,
Great,
there's
so-
good and there's bad, and God
Yeah.
sides with the good. It's fundamentally
Yeah.
wrong. Okay, God is sides with all His children, and He's letting this thing play out. He's very patient, and He's letting this thing play out. He's waiting for everyone. Tony, Alex, you listen,
Yeah.
whoever, to figure it out and
Yeah.
understand who we are. Okay, because
Yeah.
if we will take the equally beautiful to you and me and Tony and everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
System costumes, isn't they?
Yes, and I know it's hard, Tony. I'm saying it's easy,
Yeah.
okay, and
Yeah.
yes, because they have caused a lot of suffering. So for them, it's going to be much more difficult than for everyone listening and you and
Yeah.
I. Okay, but for them, it's going to be much more difficult, and there's a lot of karma to
Yeah.
be clear there, and there's a lot of trauma to be clear
Yeah.
there. So because again, what you do also creates trauma. Okay, so
Yeah.
very
It's kind
very.
It's kind of like
Okay.
the last talk we did. I think we said about when a child does wrong, if he's not held accountable, he'll carry on doing wrong. You mentioned the killer, the guy that killed his parents.
Yes, Pietro Maso is his
That's
name.
the one.
Yes, he's
And I
from
said-
Italy.
Yeah, we was talking about that, weren't we? We said that. You said what could cause that? And I said,
The abuse
when
of
you're
free
a
will.
kid,
The abuse of
yeah, free will.
The abuse of free
But
will.
if you don't say please and thank you when you're a child, or if you don't be respectful and you're not held to account, you don't know right and wrong anymore. Like Saddam Hussein's son,
Mhm.
if he's not given guidance, he won't know what to do right and wrong. So
Yes, I'm gonna say the same thing, but I'm a little bit in a different position, and doesn't mean that I'm right or wrong, or
Yeah.
further ahead or behind, just different.
yeah,
And I go back to the excellent comment of this viewer. Thank you. Don't remember now the user, and anyway, I wouldn't expose you. The comment is there. That he said the problem is humanity. Yes,
yeah,
yes, because why there's a Uday Hussein, why there's a Pietro Maso is Because on this reality, that's why we need police, and that's why we need the system. Yes, in a way. That's why we say you don't need anyone. Yes, when you're pure form, when you are in the moment, when you are loved, when you are your true self. But on this reality, the demons could get you, the abuse of free will. So I can do it because I can get away with it. Because
That's
Pietro
it.
Masso, he explained that to me. He didn't kill his parents out there in a public place. No, they made it sound like a robbery, and there were
Yeah, that's
robberies
right.
in the area, and they went to a discotheque to be
Afterwards.
seen and have alibis,
Yeah,
and they thought the hours would measure a little bit, and would say, I was out having fun, and I came back, and my parents were dead, so I had nothing to do with it. Okay, but of course, it was so. It was not the point that he would get away, of course, but it was so poorly done that in around 2 to 3 days that the police figured out he was them, and he was charged and everything. But what I'm trying to say is this abuse of free will, this thing of getting away with it. Uday Hussein kind of came me up to the show, by the way, because he keeps saying, why? Because he could get away with it.
that's it.
Because he could get away. He could do, I mean, who knows how many people, women and men he killed? Because the stories are, he will be walking down the street. He had a gun with him all the time. He will look at you. Maybe you look wrong at him. Maybe you don't like him. Shoot him. And he didn't go to jail. And Saddam Hussein he knew these things and he didn't do anything about them. So he's on him as well. Okay. And his brother, that apparently was a little bit better. I mean, he was not like that, but he didn't do anything about it. Okay. He didn't do anything about it. So Uday is crazy. You know, the way he is.
We have a duty, don't we?
This humanity, we need to change. And we're changing, Tom. That's the good news. We're changing, and it's coming very fast. I have no way of knowing, and that will be very demonic on me. If someone gives you a date, that's a red flag, okay? But it's coming very fast, couple of years. To do with it, okay? Because the system knows this information, okay? That this is coming. They know these memories are melting, okay? We're remembering who we are. We're remembering we're not about hate. We're remembering we love each other. We're remembering we're brothers and sisters. We're remembering we're not about evil, about division, about competition. We're remembering all that. I was watching a movie, a beautiful movie, by the way. It's mainstream, but it's beautiful, with my children, called Champions. So it's a new movie, okay? About people with young adults with Down syndrome, okay? And how this person, this basketball coach, is forced to train them because he was in a drunk accident, okay, riding. So the judge says, you're a basketball coach, so I'm going to give you the opportunity to do community service by training mentally challenged adults, they call it.
Good.
And he went, and the story, I mean, you watch the movie because it's a nice movie, but kind of came to me watching it that I have a friend that has a son with Down syndrome. They're beautiful, but they're beautiful because they're in the moment, and they cannot hate. They cannot. Some people say, "Oh, they're like children. They're, like 4-year-olds, 6-year-olds." Yes, they're beautiful because they're not tainted. They cannot poison them. And as my wife was saying, there's this school of thought. They come here to teach us a lesson, and maybe they come here to teach us how to be who we truly are. So someone through arrogance will say, well, a Down syndrome person, well, he cannot do anything. He cannot read a book. So what? He's beautiful. Okay.
Exactly.
And the story is how at the end, competition, they're about to win a Special Olympics competition. And they actually give it to the one that hasn't made a hoop, and he fails, and they don't win. And the coach is, no, we're about to win. And they said, Coach, we're champions anyway. Coach, exactly. We're in the moment. We're beautiful. Okay.
That's it.
We're beautiful. So
if we win or lose.
So we have a lot to learn from people like that. But it's rough because their brain is not functioning properly. But how about that? Because if the poisoning of the brain, maybe also the poisoning is not working properly. And my friend, his son is 26 or something like that. It's like speaking to an 8-year-old or 7-year-old. Okay. He wanted to go where the pizza was invented. So my friend was able to take them to Napoli, where there's
Napoli, wasn't it?
No, not necessarily, because the story is not pizza was from there, but there's this pizzeria very well known worldwide when they let you prepare the pizza, and people that have been there have pictures and videos. So he was so happy. You cannot
Oh,
imagine.
cool.
So happy doing that. And you know, because it's so genuine,
Yeah,
there's nothing going through the brain. It's all heart, okay.
appreciating life,
Yes, yes,
appreciating that moment,
yes, yes,
gratitude.
yes. So gratitude that his father was
Yeah.
able to take him, because for years he wanted to go to the place. The pizza was invented again.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not exactly that pizzeria. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, but you know, in a way,
Yeah.
feel that experience. Okay.
I think that's it. It's just a case of they fill ahead with, oh, you should like this. This is what you should look at and what you should like, and this is what you should value. And it's the opposite of what we should be valuing. It's the opposite of the moment, the pressure. Like children play with cardboard boxes. You know, cats play with tinsel. Birds play with pieces of string. It's not about what you have. It's about how much you appreciate what you have.
I think it was in our last chat, or maybe on a unrecorded chat, that you mentioned that you will play with Matchbox cars, this small.
Yeah, yeah,
And I remember also being there for hours with 2-3
Yeah.
cars and doing my own races and for
That's
hours, okay,
That's
for
it.
hours, and that's being in the moment.
yeah,
And we're taking that away with the children with all these devices that take them away from the
Yeah.
moment, okay, and get their mind wired up.
Yeah.
Because if we think about it, this reality is a lot about getting the mind wild up,
yeah,
excitement. And then
Yeah.
the ones that don't get enough with that, unfortunately, go into drugs, into
Yeah.
things that get the mind wild up. That's why I disagree completely. And I'm sorry for everyone watching. Okay. I'm sorry for the ones that believe in mushrooms. Okay. The mushrooms are so great. For me,
Okay.
mushrooms they get your mind super wild up. And you
Yeah.
confuse it as an
Yeah.
spiritual moment when there's
Sure.
nothing into it.
Poison. It's not poison.
It's this they even have a name, these mushrooms that you have hallucinations, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
and they say you get to see your aura and connect with
Ah,
spirit. First of all, you don't need
okay.
any of that to connect to
Ah.
your spiritual side. We said just be in the moment,
Yeah.
just be in the moment and
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah.
Because that's why I also feel that as we evolve, Tony, this reality becomes higher vibration.
Yeah.
Actually, sleep will go down. Because we're mostly connected through our spiritual side through the day. We're gonna need less sleep, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because yes, sleep is physical, but also sleep very important spiritual.
Yeah.
When you connect to the universe every night, okay,
Yeah.
every night. So please, it's just a recommendation, a suggestion. At least, and you're gonna be surprised by the number. At least 8 hours, if not 9 or 10, okay. At least I know some go on 6, some go on 4. That's very low sleep, okay? Very low
Yeah.
sleep. Very low sleep.
Yeah. Living our senses. Living, we forget that we lose sense of like, appreciation of when we touch an object, like feel the actual glass and the colour and the weight and the shape. It's like the kid with the pizza. When he went to Napoli to make the pizza,
Mhm.
he was using his senses.
Yes, he was. No, you
the
can see it on
pizza.
the video. He was living the moment. He was
That's it.
enjoying it beyond explanation. Okay, so
It's
yes,
all the senses.
and it meant so much to him. Maybe someone say, "What's the point on that?" Or what? Well, to him, he will
Yeah.
talk about that all the time when we had pizza or whatever,
Yeah.
on family reunions, that we'll have, I want to go to the place because uncle, there's a place in Napoli that they so excited like a child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And that's
magic.
why if you have children or to children anywhere, to your nieces, allow them
Yeah.
to push this, their dreams and that. Don't.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You should be a doctor. No, because they make good money. No, you should be an engineer. No, you should go to college. Allow them. They want to be painters.
Yeah.
Be painters. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to sing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful. Okay. And
Music.
that's I think coming in the new world. And I heard that
Yeah.
a few times, that it's going to be mostly us through the heart, building
Yeah.
things, through
Yeah.
creation. And that's why I was very riled up
Yeah.
when a guest came and Wake in the Future saying that AI is going to take us. And I was like, no, that's
I can't see that.
no AI. Come on. First of all, everything that AI does is through humans, okay?
Yeah.
It's just a remesh. It's like getting pieces and AI will reorganize them and present you like it's an original thing. No,
Yes.
it just has an immense amount of information that just repurpose it. Remember, we had the episode that we went on the chat box or whatever, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Everything
So-
that it does has been done by humans. It's just repurposing it. It's not
a
doing
kind of,
original things. Okay.
remix.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, life is about living and experiencing life, not living up here and living in a fake world. It's like we're living from a reference book that has nothing to do with reality. You just come to our senses. That's a saying. You know, come to our senses means live through your senses, all the senses, and I don't know. Yeah, I have no words. I don't know what to. It's just living. That's it. Like you said from the beginning, be in the moment. Don't try to be in the moment. Be.
Yes, and of course the system again. They are good opponents. I mean, they know how to play their cards, and of course they push us for physical needs. Okay.
Yeah.
So we know without food, in this reality right now, we need food, we need water, we need shelter, and yes, you need some sort of entertainment and some thrilling of the senses and that. Okay. You also need affection, which is not the same as love. Okay, different things, affection and love, different, completely different. But you need affection. You need recognition of others. Yes, in this reality. So they push us through that. That's why I say money, for example. That's their golden nugget for them. Money. They love it because air they haven't been able. I can assure you, they will have found a way to limit air to us. They will have done it. Okay.
Yeah.
But everything else, water. I mean, some people have this. Water should be free. Yes.
Yeah.
Everything should be free. By the way. Everything should be in abundance. That's our true nature, living in abundance. That's why we are so.
Yeah.
So that's why people, for example, let's be honest, people don't want to work. People don't want to work, Tony. Okay, let's be honest. I have employees and the people don't have. People at the end don't want to work. They are forced to work. They're forced to work, which is for the ones that were at home, they were great, watching Netflix, and they were great. Okay. So on this reality with money, that's when they push our buttons in a way, and they still make us participate. Okay. Some have tried it. Go out there in the elements. You need money for that, maybe. Because all the things you're gonna build, where are they gonna? Are you gonna steal them? Not everything is in the elements. Okay. So first of all, you need money. Like this guest that was in Week in the Future, Jonathan, I think. He probably has a sales thing. Yeah, Jonathan Ramirez. Yes, great guest. I'm not questioning the guest. I'm saying that for everything he's showing, you need a lot of money. Okay. So at the end, money is one of the tens or hundreds of concepts we need to totally get out of our minds. How is money gonna be in the new world? Well, my answer, my intuition is not gonna be any. Okay. How am I gonna get paid? You're not gonna get paid.
No.
You're just gonna do things without forgetting about it. Okay. You're just gonna do things for the earth, and you're gonna be taken care of in abundance. Okay.
It comes to us
magically, but it's not gonna be a reward system, because right now it's a reward system. Okay. So I do think I need to get paid for it. I'm not gonna be doing free things for everyone when no one is doing free things for me. But we're gonna let ourselves go of all these concepts, and we're just gonna do things. And again, it doesn't mean we're gonna be sweating. Okay. We're gonna be out there, building something. Maybe things are gonna be built in technology we still don't understand. And we're never going to understand it, but it's just going to work. And you're going to think of something that's going to be created. And maybe we're going to have simpler lives. For example, one thing that just recently came to me, no one is going to serve you. That is not going to work, okay? Because that person then is a second-class citizen.
That's it. That's the
problem. On the new world. I mean, how are restaurants going to work? Maybe food is just going to appear in front of you as you need it. And
we all help. We work together.
Yes, like natives. Are there any restaurants out there? True natives, I'm talking, not the modern ones. Aborigine people in Australia, for example. Those are very good examples. Africa has a lot of natives like that as well.
Sure.
A lot of tribes. I'm talking tribal thing.
There are
no restaurants out there. There's no money out there. there's still a little bit of hierarchy. There's the leader, okay? I think
Yeah.
they're still not there in that sense. I don't think in the new world there's gonna be a leaders, okay?
Yeah.
We're just gonna be, just free yourself of these concepts, okay? That
Yeah.
there has to be a leader. There has to. On this reality,
Yeah.
of course. If not, it's a
Yeah.
Mad Max world, okay? Because
It's very, yeah.
that commenter, that viewer, he hit the nail in the head. The problem is humanity. Yes, that's why we're
Yeah.
changing. That's why we're changing.
And we can
That's
only
what- that's-
change.
The problem
that's
is being
right.
solved. The problem is being solved.
Yeah.
Okay. I never said we're gonna take, football games and pizzas and beer and we're gonna
No.
be like Pinocchio. Remember Pinocchio? Okay. The Pinocchio's out there getting drunk and
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
remember that? That's
Getting led
all of those,
astray.
all of those books are beautiful. Like some say they're by the system, the Wizard of Oz, and that, but they have
Yeah.
stories, okay? They have
Yeah.
stories, and the Pinocchio one, it's also about discovering you. And when Pinocchio, how he evolved when he discovered what he was about, he was converted from a wood toy or whatever doll to a real thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you remember that one? When
Yeah.
when he discovered he was not about getting drunk and and being evil.
That's
And,
it. Yeah. Yeah.
okay? He went rogue and he came back.
It became real.
Exactly the same thing that is happening to humanity.
Yeah.
We went rogue and we're coming back.
I think it is getting back to the present moment and out of the head, because when we wake up, it's the present that wakes us up. It's kind of like the present moment, oxygen, being in our senses. We're tapping into real fuel, like real pure energy. We're not filtered by this. It's the present that is evolving us. Only through the present can we evolve. That's what I see.
Yes. Tony, we're about
Yeah.
the 1 hour mark. So do you have anything in closing?
Well,
By the way, I
Yes.
always forget. I want to send a shout out.
Oh,
Some people
yeah.
have asked me, what can I do? Thank you, first of all. What you can do is please stay for the last 3 minutes of the show one time at least. Or when you have seen it for a few episodes, go back and see it because I insist on that. Liberating yourself from all these concepts, okay? The other thing you can do is please share, and you have been doing that because we have been growing quite nicely on both Rumble and BitChute. And the other thing, my favorite, is if you can go to awaken-attire.com shop, very nice hoodies, shirts,
yeah,
mugs
here's one of it.
of Awaken Message, there's one, and you will be helping Awaken the Future, okay, by doing that. So you have $10, $20, $30. By the way, they ship worldwide. So please, awaken-attire.com, okay? Also, you can go to humanitywins.net/WTF, okay? Waking the Future, WTF. And that will take you to the Waking the Future BitChute channel. Having done so, subscribe. And there, on every episode, you can find a link to awaken-attire.com shop. So I just wanted to let that out.
That's great. Yeah. I
Thank-
can see it.
Yes,
In
go ahead.
closing, we have all the answers inside. We are the answer. We are what we have been waiting for. We are the wisdom, the knowledge. It's inside. It's not in a book. It's not in a film. It's just walking the path, walking our own path in present moment. That's it. That's all I can
Thank you,
say.
Tony. There's nothing more. It's the beautiful simplicity.
Yeah.
The universe is so simple and God made it so simple. We make it very complex. And we think complex is better. No, simple is better.
Yes.
Simple is better. Complex is knowledge. Simple is wisdom. Okay.
Yeah.
And we also have this implantation in our minds. Again, things have to be so complex and science and these equations and that. And I can assure you when they be so complex right in front of our eyes. Okay, I have energy here when I'm touching. This what I'm touching is able to power the
Yeah.
world. It's just we haven't
It
been
is.
able to tap
Yeah.
into it. Okay, but we assume it's not there because again, that's 2% is real, 98% is garbage.
Yeah.
No, that's what you say. That's what you are able to see. That doesn't mean that
Yeah.
it is. Okay.
No.
Okay. Thank you, Tony, very much. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone, for watching. And I want to clarify, it's an honor. It's an honor because you spent an hour here watching Tony and I, so you can be doing something else and that. So your time is so valuable. And please, I'm trying to make the show the best for everyone. I also trying to make my own solo episodes shorter and, because sometimes I just ramble for minutes. So I'm trying to get to the point quicker. And I hope you have been enjoying that. Thank you very much. please stay for the last 3 minutes of the show. Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Alex. Bye, mate.
Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how old emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.